Hey everybody, I am back with another beer review. I also want to talk a little bit about the Miami Dolphins game between the Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons that was played Friday night. Um, we'll see. We'll get into the beer first. Today we have a Falcon. It is 2.8%. Tell you here because it's all in Swedish. It looks like it says corn malt. Just contains corn malt. It's out of Carlsberg, Sweden. It's a very popular beer here. It's what they would call a non-alcoholic because it's like under 3.5%. It's 2.8%. It's 50 centiliters. You can buy it at the regular grocery store. You don't have to go to Systembolaget to get this, which is the government-run store. So I had it in the fridge for a little while, so it's a little chilled. Pour a little bit in there. It's got a nice head on it. It's pretty crystal clear, like a lager. You can, hold it up to the light. And I can't see the window, but I can see the window. Hi, Ruru. It smells really good. It smells really crisp, really smooth. It's way better cold. If you ever tried it warm or cold, it's way better cold. My husband will drink these warm or cold. It doesn't really matter to him, but I prefer it to be cold. A lot of times when you have your cheaper beers, they are better cold because you kind of want to mask that flavor because sometimes it's not the best flavor in the world. With your better beers, you don't want to have them in the cold in the fridge because then you're hiding all those natural flavors. But this one, it's okay if it's fit in the fridge. It's really nice. It's really light. It's not expensive at all. It's a cheaper beer compared to, if I were to compare it to the taste to something, I would have to say my first initial taste was like Budweiser. Something like that. Budweiser, Miller Lite. It's very, very smooth, very chill. Very laid back. In Sweden, they don't drink and drive. It's highly looked down upon. It's highly illegal. I know, like in the States, you can have a beer or two or three, and people will drive. In Sweden, they don't do that. But you can have, I think it's 2.8 or lower, and that's okay because really, I can drink this and I'm not gonna feel anything, and I'm 4'11", so I'm pretty short. It pours really, really nice. It's a good beer to have with dinner. It's really, really, really smooth. So what I thought I could incorporate in some of these videos with these beer reviews is maybe talk a little football too, because we do watch football. I grew up watching Miami Dolphins. I'm from Tampa, Florida, but I live in Sweden now. I know you're out of like, why not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Well, I grew up Miami because my brothers are from Miami, and so therefore I'm a Miami Dolphins fan. I love the Bucks too. I will be watching their games as well because I want to represent my home state, and I will be doing more beer reviews on the Bucks games and I think the football game for the Miami Dolphins. As many as that I'm going to be able to watch. Because being here in Sweden, we can't just like turn the TV on and there's a Miami Dolphins game playing or there's a Bucks game playing. They don't do that. We have to try to pay for a stream to get them streamed here, and it's always, of course, the next day. So we try to like stay off anything that's going to tell us any kind of I don't want to see like any spoilers because I want to be able to watch it myself and just see it, yeah, and watch the game without knowing what happened. So we went ahead and we watched it this morning. It was a great game. I thought for being the first game of the season for the Miami Dolphins, they did a really good job. I know it's just a preseason game, so it's not like it's something that like I think it's important when it's a preseason game, but then again, it's not like you have to panic so much. But it is where they can kind of fix a lot of things, kind of see how their players are playing against other teams, and just kind of get a feel for things and an idea on where they need to like put people and fix different things before the real game starts. So I think it is really important in that way. So basically, I'm just going to talk about a couple of things that I saw during the game that I wrote down, just a couple notes. I started taking notes towards like the end when I thought this was like a good idea. So next time I'm going to try to take some notes during the whole entire game, but for right now it's just pretty much from what I've seen towards the end and from what I can remember from the beginning. So I just wanted to talk about, first of all, the quarterbacks, Fitzpatrick, Rosen, and Roderick. I thought they did really good. I like the aspect of them playing them each a little bit to kind of, I think, see how each one of them maybe acts under pressure, reacts, and just to see how they're doing. I thought Rosen was doing really good, but I mean, with the interception and the fumble, I thought those were two things that maybe they they're not maybe all his fault. When you have the fumble, you're kind of working with the quarterback and the offensive team if they're not where they should be or whatnot. I mean, it's kind of like a whole team thing there. Same thing with interceptions and whatnot. It might not be all his fault. Roderick, he did really good in the end. I like the fact that they were blitzing and they were running the ball rather than trying to just throw an incomplete. They were trying to gain yards themselves. They were actually doing something, which I thought was really fantastic, because sometimes you just see the quarterbacks kind of just like, if they can't throw the ball or they don't know what to do, they just run out of time and then no yards are gained. Sometimes it's risky because then you can get lots of yards if they're pushed back. But I think it was really good that they tried, and I don't think that the defense of the Atlanta Falcons were really ready for that, because they were able to gain yards every single time they tried to do it, and I thought it was a really good job what they were trying to do there. And I saw that from all three quarterbacks, so that was really, really cool. Let's see. I thought Preston Williams did a really great job on the offense. That one-handed touch that he did was pretty cool. It was pretty iconic. While being tackled, so I thought that was really cool. And then of course his catch where he was on his tippy toes and then kind of just like caught it and then leaned out, I thought that was fantastic. And we were watching the replay, and of course when you first initially see it happen, you don't think that they're in. I think the Atlanta Falcons, who's the Atlanta Falcons? I don't know, but I just think it was a really good play. He did a really, really good job. I think Liard also did a fantastic job. The run in the third quarter was really good for him. I don't really know much or anything about the new head coach, Brian Flores. All I know is from what I've heard, and I think that from what I heard, I think he's going to be doing a really good job, and I think he'll be really good for the Miami Dolphins this year. From what I heard, he's really focused and very football, if that makes sense. I don't know. I think he's going to do a really good job for the Miami Dolphins this year. Hey guys. Let's see. The fourth quarter, there were some issues that I saw with our defense team that I just thought, I guess it's better to see it now when you're in the preseason rather to be in those full games and having this problem. At least doing having these issues in the preseason game, you can kind of see where you need to fix the problems. And some of the problems that I saw was with the defense. The offense was doing great. I thought they did a really good job. They were really trying, but our defense was they were just like, they need to tighten up a little bit. They were either, like for example, what did I write down here? The fumbles, the interceptions. I mean, that shouldn't be happening on the first game. I don't think so. But I guess it's good that it happens now, because then you know where you can fix those problems and kind of tell people, you know, what they need to do. That's it. When you see a lot of interceptions and bundles, I know that it's, you know, it's a really hard game. It's really tired. It's hot down in Miami. It did happen in the fourth quarter because I understand they're getting tired and everything like that. But it's, I think, too early in the season to be having those type of issues, you know. But I guess it's better to have it now than later on. That in the fourth quarter, when Atlanta got that one touchdown and they kind of just ran it right into the touchdown, there was nobody. I think there was like 2 situations with that where our defense was like nowhere to be found, and Atlanta just got a touchdown. They were like wide open, nobody was covering them, nobody was blocking them, and they got the touchdown, and it was just like, whoop. And it's like, where the hell was our defense team? Where was everybody? Why weren't they, you know, covering him? So I kind of was just like, maybe those are things that they can work on, where they need to start covering all their players. I'm sorry if you hear my little boy. He's sad right now. He wants to watch football. There's no football on right now. No. There was a really, really nice touchdown in the end by Gaskin. He did, number 37. He did a really great job in the fourth quarter. I think both him and Irwin were doing really good, but that last touchdown by Gaskin, where he ran it into 6 yards for a touchdown, that was really, really good. I thought it was great. I also wanted to mention Hendricks. I thought he was doing a really, really good job too. Let's see. And that touchdown in the last 2 minutes, under these last 2 minutes of the game, was like just so fantastic. If they could do that every single time, that would be awesome, especially for the Miami Dolphins, because I know every year they say, I hope this is their year. This has got to be their year. And I really hope it's their year, because they deserve it. They work hard. And one thing that I just want to talk about that I'm kind of like, I don't like, and it's something that I saw in the fourth quarter today, was handoffs. I feel that when you have, when you're doing handoffs, you always run the risk of losing yards, just like they did in the fourth quarter when they handed the ball off to Liard, and I think he lost like 5 yards or something. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I think it was, in the fourth quarter when they handed the ball off to Liard, and I think he lost like 5 yards because he was pushed back. I don't like handoffs. I'd rather the quarterback throw it incomplete or throw it out of bounds than handoff, because you always run that risk of losing yards. And when you're trying to get that first down, second down, third down, whatever, and you're really close, and then you do a handoff, and then you're pushed back 5 or 6 yards, you might as well just forget it because you lost it. And I'm not a big fan of handoffs. So that's all the notes that I've taken today on the game. It was a really, really good game. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was they did a really great job. The offense was great. Defense, they did a really good job, but they just need to tighten up in some areas. Sorry, it was my door. But other than that, I thought it was great. I'm looking forward to the next game. I think we're gonna watch. I want to say the Bucks are playing now or soon in the States, or they played yesterday. I'm not sure. It's Saturday. But once we're able to stream that game and watch that game, we can watch that one too. And then I'll come back and do a review, and I have another beer for that one, a different one. So today, Miami Dolphins versus the Falcons. We did. It's so funny. I didn't even notice that. Falcon Earl beer is beer in Swedish. Look, so Falcon beer, and I watched the Miami Dolphins versus Falcons. So that's pretty funny. I didn't even plan that. Didn't even know that was going to happen, but I'll take it. So, this has such a beautiful pour. Oh my God. Sorry. Didn't expect that. But anyways, thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. If you're a football fan, I hope your team does great. if you're a Miami Dolphin fan or a Tampa Bay Bucks fan, I really hope that they do great. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Hey-do.